Good evening, good evening, wherever you may be at this particular moment. Welcome to the Davis Star Experience. I am your host, Davis Star, and normally I would be coming to you live directly from Davis Star headquarters, or Davis Star Studios, or Davis Star Productions. But due to some family obligations that required my immediate attention, um, I'm gonna do this a little bit different tonight. So I'm on my way home, but I figure, you know what? You people asked for content. I'm gonna give you content. I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna talk. In the latest round of Diddy news, uh, I mainly came on here to talk about Diddy and the new shit because apparently that man makes people more money than a little bit now based on the news traffic that he's getting. Um, Diddy's in the news again. So apparently the Rolling Stone decided to do a expose on Mr. Combs, Mr. Honeycombs, Mr. Diddler. That's what I'm going to refer to him now as. He is now and henceforth going to be known as the Diddler in my eyes. So, the Diddler, once again, is in a world of shit because this idiot got caught not once, not twice, but three, four, five, six, seven times beating on women. This man got exposed in this Rolling Stones article. I actually had planned on sitting down and reading it to the audience, but um, I may get in depth with that when I go, because I'm gonna probably go live tomorrow due to because this is a circumstance that was like well out of my control. So I won't be able to read the whole article like I wanted to, but I'll just give you the Cliff Notes version of it. So basically, Mr. Diddler, it's kind of like a double whammy. Like he got hit with the Rolling Stone expose, and then he got hit with some other stuff from the same article. Uh, Apparently, the Diddler was beating on his college girlfriend when he was at Howard. Now, one thing that the Breakfast Club pointed out this morning that I did not know was that he never graduated from Howard University. He merely attended Howard University. I don't think he got his degree from there. He got his degree from somewhere else. So I remember when Making the Band was out, and if y'all remember Making the Band season, my seasons are a little fuzzy because they actually didn't name them realistically. But the season when they had the band on, the hip hop rappers and the singer and all that, I remember what was that dude's name? Phil Robinson had made a comment to them when they were, screwing up, of course. Nothing new there. And they got kicked out of the studio basically in the house. So that was the time where old Wildcard fell asleep and had his thumb in his mouth when Diddy was trying to school him and give him some game. But I remember him making a comment, something to the effect of, "Me and Diddy was at Howard University and we did sit-ins and all this and that." Now come to find out, I didn't know he didn't graduate. I mean, not that it matters in the grand scheme of things, but I just thought I'd make that a valid point. So Mr. Diddler was beaten apparently on his college roommate. I mean, a college girlfriend. Beat the brakes off of her. Let me see if I can pull up that article because we going. All All right, so I can't show it because I'm not too sure how to share screens on StreamYard, but Mr. Diddler, uh, it's from the blast. It says Diddy accused of whooping college girlfriend with a belt in front of students in bombshell expose. Now, mind you, this is the article. This is the expose that Rolling Stone just did. That I'm actually going to sit down tonight and go through it. And then when I get up in the morning, I'm going to go live and I'm going to go over the bullet points of it. So if there's anybody out there that's listening or watching or whatever, you know, in case I forget or it gets past like 10 a.m., just say, hey, uh, you know, we need that information on that expose, and I'll get it out there. But yeah, it says Sean Diddy Combs has been in the news lately due to several assault out lawsuits filed against him. Sorry, I'm trying to talk, but I'm also trying to look out for this bus. Saw him physically attack Cassandra Cassie Ventura. Da, 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 da. According to a recent report documenting statements from the hip hop mogul's former friends, acquaintances, employees, and associates, Diddy has been abusive for over 30 years now. Damn, what a shock. The Department of Justice is reportedly gearing up for a quote unquote bulletproof criminal indictment against him. Holy shit. This is huge. If they are gearing up for a criminal indictment against him, this is freaking big. Because I'm going to tell you something. In case you didn't know, the feds. Oh, thank you, Renzi. I appreciate that. Thank you, dear. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So yeah, definitely hit me up. Let me know. I don't care if you gotta call me. Call me. Like ring my phone off the hook. Because by the time I get home, I'm gonna be knocked out sleep. Hopefully I don't fall asleep on this bus. But yeah, thank you, dear. Yeah. When the Department of Justice is gearing up for an investigation against somebody, let me tell you something. And also consider this too. The Department of Justice and the Southern District of New York are all involved in this case. All of them are. Department of Justice, Homeland Security. Yeah, wait, think about it for a second. You got the feds, the FBI, federal government. You got the Department of Justice now. The same ones that made the whole thing against the Derek Chauvin happen when the DOJ decided to go after him for killing him. When the DOJ comes after you, you've got problems. Diddy has the feds, FBI, Department of Justice, the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, and he has, oh God, who am I missing? There's another government agency looking at him. But basically, yeah, feds, DOJ, he's got everybody coming after him. So when they're ready to make the jump and decide they want to go after somebody, they coming after you, dog, and they ain't missing. That's what it was. The Southern District of New York. There are 4 letters in the English language that will scare the shit out of most hardened criminals. You know what they are? SD and Y. The Southern District of New York does not F around when it comes to getting their body. If you commit a crime and they've got you on their radar, guess what? You're done. There's just no getting around it. Unless you're one of them dudes that just move around like a snake and you're weaving in and out of criminal charges and weaving out of this and weaving in and out of that, then you might get away. But for the most part, no, you ain't getting away. You're not getting away. You're not getting off. You're going to jail. Ask R. Kelly. Because I'm telling you, you had people that went for the first criminal trial thinking that, oh, it's sweet and oh, he gonna get off, and he did. Now we know why. We knew what we knew now, what we knew then, that he paid people off to make sure he didn't get jammed up. He paid the girl not to testify, and there were people in the actual court that apparently were involved, though they won't name names, but all anyone has to do is look up the transcripts from the trial and from discovery. Yeah, we'll find out who it is. Anyway, yeah. When the feds come after you, you're done. When Southern District of New York decide they want to stick their nose in it and they want to get their punches in, you done. FBI's going for the head. Southern District of New York's going for your neck. They trying to take your head up out of here. But yeah, you got Southern District, FBI, Homeland Security, DOJ, like they all coming after Diddy. Yes, he absolutely is going straight to jail. He absolutely is going straight to jail. I don't care what anyone says. Diddy is done. He's going to prison. I want you all to understand that right now. Sean Combs is going to jail. He's going to prison where he's going to sit in a jail cell next to Robert Kelly. They can trade beats or something. I don't know. They can trade ass beatings and they can trade beats on music. That's neither here nor there. But Mr. Combs got to go. He's got to go, and King's got to go with him. I don't know King. I don't care about King, but because he made that whack ass diss song, he can go with him. He can go in the trash too. I ain't got a problem with Christian and the rest of his kids. They ain't never did nothing. But when King decided he wanted to step up and act like a grown man, yeah. But you know what's crazy though? Oh my God. Check this out, y'all. Peep this. You want to know how petty the U.S. government is? The U.S. government is so petty. When Homeboy came out and made that damn song, I won't repeat the lyrics, some of them, but in a nutshell, basically, he said, F the ops, F the feds, F 50 Cent, and all that, right? That was the equivalent of him pulling out a draw two in Uno with two cards left. You pulling out a draw two, and the feds got Uno, and not only do they have another draw two, they got a draw four behind them, and they got Uno. He threw down his draw two. The Fed said, okay, draw two. You pick up your four. He picks up his four. Then he hit him with the draw. Then he hit him with the Uno out for draw four. Like, dude, they set you up bad, bro. I'm sorry. Let me correct that. You set yourself up for failure, dude. And I'm trying not to drop a whole bunch of F-bombs, but it's really pissing me off that this idiot decided he wanted to stick up for his daddy instead of standing in his place. And you lucky you ain't sitting in jail, dumbass. The feds missed the house. Shut the hell up, dude. No one wants to hear from you. No one wants to hear from you. And on top of that, side note, didn't they have King up on some suspicious stalker sexual assault shit too? Or am I thinking about another one of his kids? I don't remember which one, but I thought it was King. I could be wrong. If anybody sees us on the playback, throw that in the comments and let me know if that was actually him, because I'm not sure. But no, Diddy is fried turkey, yo. He's done. My first question is now, where does that leave the other people involved? Because that's the other thing. So let me get to this. And once again, forgive the background noise. I'm waiting for a bus, and it's taking literally an hour and a half to get here. So you're gonna hear some background noise. It ain't gonna sound too fun. So I'll try to make my points when this is a break in traffic. I guess I could tag ASMR in this now, right? If you're a fan of road noises, this is for you. Hashtag no Diddy. No Diddy. Um, but yeah, so the other thing was, so not only did the Stone, Rolling Stone put out this expose on Diddy. Apparently it was a 6 month, 6 months worth of work. 6 months worth of work. Not only that, but the Diddler, apparently the FBI came out. I'm not sure if they made the direct quote, because I know you kind of got to be a little bit suspicious when it comes to who you read quotes from, because a lot of times they're not accurate to what the person said word for word. They're not always accurate to what the person said letter for letter. So you really kind of got to be careful as to what you say and put out there, because you could be wrong, and not for a fault of your own, but because there are people that are going to point out that, hey, he didn't say this, so this is not what that meant, and blah 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 blah. But apparently, the Diddler uh, was caught. Now, let me set the scene. So, Diddy, the raids happened. Florida, LA, New York, right? We heard about the one in, Cali, Florida, and New York. 3 places, 3 simultaneous hits, right? We have not heard all of what they took out of the spot in New York. We know what they took out the spot in Cali. They mainly were there for the videotapes. They were mainly there for the tapes and the guns, because they basically had, and now it's starting to make sense now, because the feds are basically trying to set this up as Diddy is the mastermind of a criminal conspiracy. Basically, they hitting him with a RICO, y'all. They're hitting him with a RICO charge. And for those that know what a RICO is, basically that's them getting access to telephones and computers. And they're trying to work this where they're trying to make sure that they establish that Diddy is the ringleader and that he controlled all these people, like the drug mules and his kids and the girls and the women. They're trying to set him up to where they can charge him with a RICO and put him away for life. That's how they got Big Meech from BMF. They got him. Oh, God, hang on. Stand by, y'all. After 2.5 hours, this damn thing's finally here. Okay, so that's that for the background noise for now. But, so, with the Diddler, basically, they they're setting this up for a RICO situation. So with the RICO statute, they can go in and establish him as a criminal mastermind, as someone who had access to everything, and it was a criminal enterprise. That's how they took down Big Meech. That's how they taken down a lot of gangsters. That's how they took down the Nine Trey. in New York, the whole Takashi thing. Anytime you hear the words RICO, be very, very careful. Because with RICO, that basically means they can pretty much hit you with whatever they want. And the reason they're using the RICO statute is because they want to hit him with, I'm trying to say it as best that I can think of. They're trying to hit him with a trafficking situation, saying that he was trafficking women. That's huge. If they can tie the sex trafficking and the RICO together, I'm almost 99.9999999% certain that there's no getting out of this. He's going to have to take a plea because he'd be a fool to fight that in court at this point, especially with the evidence that they already done leaked. But apparently, I say that to say that the feds today put it out there that basically he was seen on a video from one of the surveillance videos that they pulled from one of the 3 locations where he supposedly, and I'm going to quote this here, was seen on tape brutalizing a male sex worker, end quote. Can you spell holy shit sandwich 10 times? Say holy shit sandwich 10 times fast. That's how bad this situation has become. It's a holy shit sandwich. They're hitting them with the RICO. They're hitting them with the sex trafficking. They're hitting them with drugs. They're also hitting him with, what is it? Yeah, weapons, narcotics, X trafficking. I got to be careful on here how I say things. X trafficking and the RICO. But yeah, they came out today stating that they got video of him beating on somebody. Brutalizing a sex worker, which corroborates what the other gentleman is saying in his lawsuit, that he saw Diddy and got them on tape doing copious amounts of drugs, having women trafficked. It's a mess. It's a whole mess. And Mr. Combs knows. Diddy, the diddler, knows. You got no leg to stand on. You have absolutely no defense. After what you did to Cassie, after what you've been rumored to have done for the last 20 years, you're done. You're done. Peloton then pulled his music from their services. So you won't hear a Diddy song. You won't be able to bop to "I'll Be Missing You" by Diddy on your Peloton bike in New York on a Tuesday afternoon, sucking down vegan sandwiches and eating tofu and drinking grass and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what's going on now. Um, like I said, I'm gonna go over the bullet points tomorrow. Actually, let me see if I can do that now. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna try to read the rest of this article. So, the Department of Justice is reportedly gearing up for a quote bulletproof end quote criminal indictment against him, as his accusers have been told that they can't may be brought to testify in New York City. Okay, so that was the other part. They're basically gearing up for these people to see a grand jury. At this point, first we were talking about him in a civil trial, but if the DOJ is moving in on this, for them to basically come out with these statements in the open, that tells me that they got a solid case, and that tells me that there's no leg for anyone to stand on. Diddy's been used for a long time. A new report has emerged from several individuals that allege that Diddy has been in the acts of abusing women and engaging in violence long before he gained mainstream notoriety. According to the Rolling Stone, sources including his former friends, acquaintances, employees, bad boy artists, and industry insiders claim that the Bad Boys for Life rapper has been using his power in the industry to celebrate his music industry and celebrity status to cover his tracks. Jesus. He doesn't know that I know. Oh, of course I know that I know. I'm sure. Cover his tracks. What was it? These like sexual abuse. Okay. So he was beating on a girl that he went to Howard University with, and basically tried to intimidate her and gaslight her and bully her into accepting it. Couldn't be mine. Could not be mine. So apparently, also Breakfast Club put out a statement saying that um, apparently the reason why he's called Puff is because he used to have a bad attitude as a kid. He used to puff up at people all the time. I doubt it, but okay. Mm. Yeah, I'm gonna post this tomorrow. I'm gonna do the full scale lowdown tomorrow. I'm gonna post the videos up so that everybody can see what exactly we're dealing with here. I want everyone to see how bad this is. But I think that everything's gonna work out. Diddy's gonna go to jail, and we're all gonna be happy. David Starr out.